各位观众，你们好，我叫黄文广，是美国的一个记者。过去呢，在美国营养协会的时候呢，我当过记者，做了很多关于健康和营养的报道，所以对这个课题呢比较感兴趣。今天呢，我要给大家讲一个就是最近特别热门的、受人关注的，而且也是关切到我们华人，特别在美华人的这个安全和健康的一个课题。它是什么呢？就是汞中毒，也就是说在血液中汞含量大量的超标。这个问题呢是在我们的华人中间呢发现非常的严重。我就给大家一点背景吧。这个汞呢，也就是说水银。水银呢，在我们小时候，特别是在大陆长大的人都知道，我们的小时候特别爱玩这种温度计。这温度计我记着有一次呢，这个温度计就给摔碎了以后，然后里面的水银蹦了出来，都是那个一个小圆球的，有时候在手里玩的很好玩，当时也不知道有很大的危害。后来呢，我们可能大家都记得有一个故事叫一块银元的故事，就讲到了这个我第一次理解到水银会有这么大的危害性。当时在文革的时候，大家编造的一个这样子的宣传故事吧，讲的一个大地主，很有钱的一个地主，给他妈妈呢买了一个丫鬟，这个丫鬟呢一直在伺候他妈，后来他妈妈死了以后呢，这个大地主就想叫丫鬟在他妈妈死后还会继续的伺候他，叫他陪葬，所以呢就给这个女孩子灌了水银。这个女孩子喝了水银以后呢，她坐在一个莲花上面，整个就像没有像活着人一样，眼睛睁得大大的。然后我当时就想到，当时呢很恐怖哦，就经常有时候会做噩梦，就想，哟，这个水银这么厉害，人吃了以后死掉了，还跟这个样子跟活人一样。你们可能大家都记着这个故事吧。这个水银后来呢，也就随着年龄增长，就把这个给忘记了。到了美国以后呢，最近几年突然发现到，实际上呢，很多食品中间都含有这个汞含量很高，特别是在这个鱼类，就是海鲜类，还有呢我们吃的一些中药里面都有这个水银，因为中药里面因为我们这个土地呢被那个水银污染了以后，被汞污染了以后呢，它吸收了很多汞，等我们在吃了以后呢，再加上一些添加剂，里面含汞量很高，所以我们人吃了以后没有办法吸收，就在血液里面很高，然后对人体呢造成很大的伤害。这个为什么在美国会引起这么大的影响呢？有好几件事儿，其中呢就是一件事就是有一个我们可能知道有一个著名的演员，他叫 Jeremy Piven， 他呢在几年前呢就出现了一个大的事件，他就有一次他就说他是每隔一天都要吃一次那个日本的寿司，在吃日本寿司的时候呢，他就出现了说的是汞中毒，使他没有办法工作。他在参加了一个剧的拍摄之后，他就退出了这个剧，他就说自称是汞中毒。大家呢就觉得他是在利用这个事情在宣张，给自己在找借口，为其他实际上他表现的不是特别好。但是后来呢，他们发现的确有这个汞中毒这个事情，所以呢就是美国的这个健康部门和这个他的环保部门呢，他们就开始联合起来，就做了一些调查。在几个大的城市，在华人比较聚集的城市，还有一个就是靠近东西岸的城市，比如纽约、西雅图，他们先做了一些调查，发现呢纽约人呢特别喜欢吃鱼，在吃鱼的时候呢，他们发现有1/4的纽约人都有这个汞的那个血液中的汞都超标，而更值得注意的是，他们关注的是呢。他们发现，在华人中间，特别是在29岁到50岁之间的华人中间，中上层，而且都是那个收入比较高的这一类华人中间，也许他们可能吃鱼的次数比较多，发现有50%的人，他的血液中间的那个汞呢都超标。这个东西呢，他们发现了以后呢，就开始跟那个西雅图那边联络。西雅图那边也发现了很多这个亚裔人有汞超标。西雅图大家发现有1/3的人都出现这种情况。 这种情况以后就引起了这个联邦政府这个公共安全、公共健康部门的注意了，他们就开始做比较系统的调查，然后呢从西海岸呢，然后到了中西部，在芝加哥地区呢，最近呢他们也开始要做调查。我们这个伊利诺州大学公共卫生系的一些研究人员最近得到了联邦政府250万美金的这个研究基金，专门他研究的对象呢，就主要是针对亚裔人口，因为亚裔人口在纽约和西雅图大多数人都出现了这种问题，他们就觉得比较震惊啊，就开始要研究这个东西。研究的主要目的呢，就是第一个就是我们的那个亚裔人，特别是第一代华人，像我这样的，还有像很多观众这样过来的人，就为什么我们这一代人的这个含汞超标？还有一个就是我们吃的这个饭里头，或者我们吃的这个鱼，或者是吃的中药里面，是哪些东西是比较是含汞量很高，导致了这种情况。再有一个呢，就要研究就是它到底是这个海鲜，比如都是鱼，哪些鱼它的含汞量大，哪些鱼含汞量少。他们因为现在目前就虽然这个研究还没有结束，但是已经得出了，就是有的鱼呢，不是所有的鱼都含汞量高，比如比较好的鱼可以吃的比较山纹鱼，还有一个tilapia 叫罗夫鱼还有罗石鱼，还有一个就是虾米，这稍微应该好一点点。但是呢，就是总的来说，就是吃海鲜的时候要特别注意，特别在亚裔人中间呢，他们就发现到，就很多这个孕妇或者是刚刚生孩子的这个女性呢，她们有时候为了就中国不是有讲究说的要喝鱼头汤，可能比较催奶，而且呢可能对有补性，而这个鱼头汤呢会不会在这个孕妇和这个刚生下的生孩子的妇女中间产生的影响以后，对下一代影响，因为这个汞呢对这个青少年或者是未成年的这个孩子们影响很大，影响他们的智力发展，而对成年人呢，就是对心脏病还有对一些神经性的伤害是很大的。所以呢，在这种情况下呢，我们现在呢就会在等这个消息。我今天呢，就是我给大家做一个这个简单的一个介绍，主要是我另外一个我要请来这个我的一个老搭档叫 Monica Eng， 她呢是美国公用电台的一个记者，她最近发了一篇文章，就专门讲到了最近的几个大的研究，而且为什么这个要研究华人中间含汞量的这个情况，以及这个研究会得到了一个什么样的结论呢？所以呢，今天呢就请 Monica Eng 过来跟我谈一下，因为我们的这个交谈呢是用英文交谈的，我呢就先用中文呢给大家做一个简单的一个总结吧。总的来说呢，就是因为呢我们现在还是初期，我就没有请到一个专门的医生过来，因为有时候医生呢介绍的时候更多的这个技术性词语比较难懂，叫个记者过来呢，他的总结就比较好。但是我们的建议就说的是，你如果要是发现这个汞的问题呢，你最好要去就是跟自己的看病的时候，看医生的时候，然后去到叫医生给你查一下血，看看是不是这个问题。如果要是真正有问题的话，就对自己的饮食要特别的注意，因为现在目前来说，好像还没有任何一个灵丹妙药能使它马上就治疗。最重要的就是你如果的饮食改变以后，一般来说就在4到6个星期，这是专家讲的，就可以慢慢的减轻你的那个汞在血液中的含量。所以在这种情况下，就我们亚裔人，特别是我们华人在这边，就是我们第一代华人，在对这个健康状况要格外的注意。如果你要有什么问题的话，我建议你们呢去查一下，就是美国 EPA 或者是它的公共卫生部门的这个网站都有这个详细的记载。现在特别是美国的这个营养和健康研究院 也在做这些做了很多这方面的调查，还有很多的媒体报道，所以希望你呢继续查一下。然后我们呢在这个英文的谈论过程中间呢，主要是就讲它的起因，还有它可以就是 Monica Eng 可以给我们大家一些主意吧，叫我们怎么样的更多的去注意。好吧，我们现在就请 Monica Eng 来参加我们的这个座谈。Monica, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Thank you. Could you tell us about the study? Why Chicago?
Well, the National Institutes of Environmental Health gave Chicago, the University of Illinois at Chicago, a grant for a 5-year study looking at Asian Americans and their consumption of fish and how that might be related to elevated mercury levels. They've already done this in Seattle and New York, and they found that about 47% of Asians that they tested in New York had elevated mercury levels. In Seattle, it was about 27%.
So Asian Americans, is there a subgroup that's more exposed to mercury rather than the whole Asian American group?
Well, the group that looked at were people over 50. And in the general population, you have elevated blood levels of mercury in about 5% of those over 50. But obviously, in the Asian American group is much higher, 47%, 27%. And it's troublesome and worrisome for them.
So why New York, Seattle, and Chicago?
Well, there are high Asian American populations there. But in New York, they found that it was especially among high-income Chinese, although they are looking at, Koreans and others, Japanese.
I guess because these people can afford to eat
a lot of fish. Yeah.
And also, I guess...
And seafood.
And New York, because people tend to eat a lot of seafood, probably than
There's a lot
people
of
in
fresh
Chicago,
seafood around, yeah.
Right? Because the fresh seafood there. And so why is mercury so harmful? What are the harmful impact on your health?
Well, certainly for women who are of childbearing age, new mothers, pregnant mothers, nursing mothers, it can cause neurodegenerative delays in their children, meaning their children's brains may not develop properly. Also, for people at high risk of cardiovascular disease, it's also a problem.
So I heard that in the Asian community, the Chinese American community, a lot of new mothers, they try to
they have fish soup. They think it'll help with lactation.
Their fish head soup is very popular. Was that specifically targeting the study? I remember reading somewhere about it.
They said they're not quite sure if the fish head soup is going to be linked to higher mercury levels, but they are concerned because there are certain parts of a fish that contain higher levels of mercury, and we're talking about the skin, the liver, and the head. And so when they heard that these young mothers, these new mothers, are eating fish head soup, they're concerned. They want to take a look at the link. The study's been going on for 2 years now. It's a 5-year study, and at the end of it, they'll be releasing the results.
What are they trying to do with the study? Are they trying to find a solution, or what the kind of things they're looking for?
Well, generally, they want to be able to target messages at vulnerable communities. And vulnerable communities are those, again, with cardiovascular disease, those who want to have kids, young mothers, and Asian Americans, because they have been found to have these much higher levels.
Well, for people who like to eat fish, is that the same, like all types of fish have high mercury levels, or there are certain types of fish are better than the others?
There's certain fish that are going to have higher levels. You're looking at tuna.
Tuna.
They live longer. They harvest them when they're bigger. They've already eaten a lot of smaller fish who may have smaller traces. The white croaker, the striped bass, sturgeon, crab, all of these.
Oh, crab. So I know a lot of Asians, they love crab, and
they tend to have
higher levels. Oh, I see.
But then there are things like tilapia and salmon, which tend to have lower levels of mercury.
So people, when they try to eat seafood, they should try to eat more salmon
and tilapia. And catfish also have a very high level of mercury.
Oh, catfish.
So, it's all about moderation. They do find that Asian Americans eat about 3 times as much fish as the non-Asian Americans. And so it's not, get rid of fish entirely, but maybe reduce it and reduce your consumption of the higher mercury level fish.
So when you talk with these researchers, right, and when they talk about these different the harmful impacts, is there any cure for it? When people they found that if they go to a doctor and they see the doctor say they have elevated level of mercury, did they say any better, like, is there a cure for it?
Well, they didn't talk about a cure. They said reducing it can sometimes flush it out of your system, though some of the effects, again, on the fetus may not be the kind of things you could just cure for. And they also said young children. Young children
Should be extremely careful.
Yeah, they just shouldn't be eating a lot of fish with high mercury levels.
Because when we were kids, we were told that fish is so high in protein and omega fatty 3 acids. It's supposed to be good for your heart.
It absolutely is. And in the public health researchers want to stress, fish is really good for you. It delivers a lot of omega 3s. So don't abandon it completely, because we want to be able to balance out the health benefits with the possible risks.
Yeah. I see. So what should people do when they hear about the news? Some people, I'm sure, they get very nervous about it, especially people like my ayi who eats a lot of fish and who loves fish. And then what should they do? You talk with the doctors probably. Do they have any recommendation?
The public health professionals ask that you go to the Environmental Protection Agency's website and take a look at the fish, which can be ranked by those which are more likely to have high mercury levels, those that are likely to have lower ones, and just really limit your consumption of those with the higher mercury levels. And some of them tend to be, pretty popular fish: sturgeon, striped bass, catfish, and, check out those levels and check out how much you're eating.
For pregnant women, what should they do? Meaning they shouldn't eat any fish at all, or just on the safe side?
Well, again, you have the fish lobby that tells you, don't worry about this. Then you have others say, do worry about it. But even doctors recommend that pregnant women really kind of limit their tuna. Tuna, again, is one of the big contributors. So, if you love fish and you're pregnant, for this period, you may really want to limit your consumption of high mercury fish.
I see. So when your story came out, you did the story for Chicago Public Radio, and did you get a lot of feedback? What are the other people's? How did people react to that?
People had the same questions you had, and I referred them to the EPA website and said, the reason why they're doing the studies is because they don't have conclusive cause and effect. They do believe it's because of consumption of fish, but they want to do more studies to talk about these exact things. What are the best ways to reduce the elevated levels? Can they be reduced simply by reducing your amount of fish consumption? And is it better for pregnant women for nursing women to eat this fish head soup? Is it overall better for their health than, and does that balance out the risk of mercury exposure?
I see. So the other thing is, it's not just for pregnant women, but the overall population, the Asian Americans, both men and women. Sometimes I know a friend who they just found out that he has elevated level of mercury, and he told me that right now, other people thought that Chinese herbs, a lot of people who are taking Chinese herbs like I do now, I got some herbs from China I'm taking now, but they say, they told me that either the herbs when they were growing, the plants, and then they absorb the high mercury level in the soil. And also sometimes they added some additives, and then they contain mercury. That's another reason why Asian Americans sometimes, or Chinese Americans, they have this problem. Mm-hmm. So when people have that, so should I just said in Chinese that they should go and talk to the doctor and should have their blood level, have some blood work done, check it out. Is that the recommendation for, when you talk with the doctors, that their recommendation?
Yeah, they always say, talk to your doctor, have it checked out. We're looking sort of at a population-wide sample, but it's always best to find out as an individual what this might be, because you're right, the contributors might be something else. It could be herbs, it could be something else, but they are noticing this correlation between Asian Americans and high mercury levels.
Right. So this study is going to be five-year study.
So 2020, they're going to finish the study in Chicago.
In Chicago, but they have already done studies in New York
and Seattle.
In Seattle, and then they, I guess it's just getting a lot of attention, and I hope that they will come up with better solutions to do this.
And better and more specific warnings to give people, because at this point it's fairly general, and they can say, this fish is. The mercury in this fish is more absorbed than this one, or if you eat this in your diet, it can counteract the absorption. They're trying to finer tune their message.
Great, and thank you so much. 我刚才跟 Monica 讲过了，我们刚才再强调一个，就是我刚才没有提到的，就是呢，在现在的这个研究阶段呢，刚刚开始。现在目前大家已经知道了很多事实，比如说鱼或者是中药或者什么东西都含汞量很高。但是现在呢，就是这种各种各样的研究呢是要更具体一些，比如哪些鱼里面含量比较大，哪些鱼比较小，怎么样的能够预防，这些再过2-3年的都会新的研究会不断的出现，然后我们会采访一些医生，给大家做一些最新的报道。但总的来说呢，就是鱼呢对于我们来说是很多人来说很重要的一种食品。然后我们的医生有时候也鼓励你吃鱼，因为里面含有欧米伽3，对身体比较好。但是由于汞的这个问题呢，也不要因为这个汞的问题，大家就吓得就不敢吃任何的鱼。在我们有新的东西呢，我就建议你到医生那边去查一查自己血液里的那个含汞量。这样的话呢，你自己心里有个数。如果含汞量很高的话，你就可以要特别的注意自己的饮食，在4到6个星期之间，也许就会得到一种改变。而且我们有新的东西的话，我们会继续的跟那个医生和一些专业人士继续的交谈。谢谢各位。
谢谢。